Hey, boys, this isn't so much of a therapy session today. This is more of a, I got to start looking out for myself. And I got no friends and no one to talk to because I don't know. I don't see too many believers in God and no one willing to look for Jesus. Again, Jesus is the truth. But hey, maybe if I was gifted as this gentleman right here.
Grand Rising. Yep. It's good to see everyone. We're living in two worlds, and there's two realities that are side by side right now. And my journey has showed me that up close and living through it. And yeah, it's interesting how we could have two realities side by side. And in today's lesson, we're going to understand and overstand how can there be two worlds side by side? And that's what this is all about. It's free will, and every aspect of life is free will. And
It's free will as long as you listen to what I have to say. Because I'll tell you what, if you question Michael at all, guess what? You don't get to talk no more. Like I said, I tried asking this gentleman for help. I don't know if he, in our texts or our emails, if he noticed I was pretty wise and felt threatened, or if he thought I was a crackpot. And maybe he should have just told me he thought I was a crackpot. But this guy, he's telling people there's two different worlds going on at the same time. Now, I've lived that life where there were two worlds, but I don't see another world out there that we're living side by side in. I don't know. Maybe he's more gifted from God than I am. I don't know. He must be because he tells everybody he's a spiritual leader and he's got 100,000 subs, 100,000 souls he's just touring around with. What if he's wrong? See, here's the thing. Like, these guys, these people, they use some truth because they get you to look into some of the stuff that they say, and it's good stuff. But where does he get this information that we're living in two worlds and there's going to be a solar flash that ends everything or whatever he's got going on? I don't know. Like I said, he might be more gifted than me, but I don't know. I don't have the answers. God wants me to seek the answers. He wants me to find the truth. And this guy's telling people that he has the truth. And when he questions them, it becomes a problem. See, here's the deal. I'm trying to get people to prove to me that I'm not a chosen one so I can stop. Because like this video that I'm gonna put on my domestic disturbance where my wife says I've become one with the couch, I have. Because if I don't have weed, I know that there's children being out there hurt all the time. Because I have the balls to go against Klaus Schwab and Justin Trudeau and all the losers, and none of you guys do. Now, I don't know. Maybe they're not losers. Maybe there's fantastic people, and someone should prove it to me. But no one will. No one will show me where these people are good, and I think they're bad. And nobody will nobody will talk to me in order to figure out if they're bad or they're good. I'm tired of being an army of one, because this is like I don't even care. Like I do care. That's the problem. I shouldn't say that. I do care. I'm worried that my family, I'm worried that I go to heaven and I have to leave my family behind. In Dagburn, unfortunately, I think my family stays back with people like you. I don't know. I don't know what happens. But if there's an eternal damnation, I'd like to try and stop it. But then again, like David Augusta says, hey man, the 144,000, they're all supposed to be virgins. Well, guess what? That leaves me out. So maybe I'm spiritually gifted, or maybe I'm not. I don't know. Someone show me where little children are not being hurt, or kids, or the kids in your own family aren't being hurt, aren't being manipulated at school, aren't being like it's beyond even talking about anymore. Like This Michael De La Rocha guy. I do want the best for him, even after everything he did to me. Because he made full shows, like I've said, calling me Satan and whatever else, and not letting me stick up for myself. I'm worried for this boy. And he thinks, well, he tells everybody, he thinks it's the end times or something's coming. You think he'd want to get on track. You think he knows that his girlfriend, Ireland, is like, I've read some of the stuff on her pages. She treats people like crap. If they like, hey, I can't do your Patreon anymore. You're an idiot. You're this, you're that, whatever. Ireland, I feel bad for you, sweetheart. I really do. Like, I seen you coming a long time ago. I could tell by just the way you were talking. Where you guys get your information from, maybe if someone listened to me and they'd go and ask you guys where you get your information from. Because, like, you don't have to say. You just tell everybody the way it's going to be. Well, what if you're wrong, Michael De La Rocha? Did you ever think about that? Maybe you're teaching people how to be weak and not stand up for themselves. Maybe it's about us going against the bad guys, using our brains, and we don't have to be violent at all. But that seems almost impossible in this clown world, right? Like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I said, I have to do this video to protect myself. I'm tired of it. I got told yesterday someone was going to call on me once I left this house about my mental health. Get me locked up again. I ain't done or said anything that deserves for me to be locked up. I can live a normal life. I don't have to talk about God or Jesus with people. I just put it on my own channel. I'm talking about it myself. If you don't like it, either block me or just not pay attention. But this is ridiculous. I have to worry about people still screwing with my mental health. So, I've done my little messages for Jay Jameson and Troy, and I'll do them all for everybody eventually. But the psychiatry going on in this world is a joke, and it's disgusting, and it needs to be stopped. Or maybe I'm insane and someone can show me. Maybe they can get a hold of Dr. Poku from the St. Thomas Hospital, and maybe we can go over everything that's transpired in the past year and a half, 2 years. I'd like that opportunity to talk to him, but then again, maybe I'll just put it on the video so that maybe one day someone will actually pay attention to me, want to be my friend, talk to me. We can figure things out together, but until then, I'm all by myself and I can get locked up whenever they want to. But my psychiatrist is an idiot. Or he was. I don't even have that one anymore. I don't even know if they could lock me away. Because the police actually heard the threat yesterday and didn't do anything. After we'd already talked about how many times have I been in the hospital when I shouldn't have. So, like I said, suicidal, go in for help. Doctor helps me out a little bit. I get brave, get strong later on. I start texting, putting some Facebook posts out that my workplace doesn't like. Now, we have to affirm with the telephone records to make sure that it was my workplace that called my doctor in order to get a hold of my psychiatrist. But I think that that's probably where it come. So, Dr. Poku, when you nabbed me from my home and you took me in, did you talk to me? I might have that video. I don't think that you did. So you let my bully put me in the hospital again. And then you let me out the next day because you didn't figure out anything wrong. Should we continue, Dr. Poku? I think so. So then my wife decides she wants to get me locked up because she doesn't like the videos that I'm doing and the questions that I'm asking. But also some of the questions that weren't that crazy. They were like actually relative to the situation. Someone goes in their bedroom and cries and says sorry. I'm sorry. People don't say sorry for things that they didn't do. But of course, nothing happened. I don't know if anything happened, but I don't think people say sorry, especially today, unless something's been going on. So anyways, she gets me locked up on some videos that I did. I said I was doing it for my movie because I think I take my movie back to God and I watch it and I'm proud of who I am, regardless of what you people have done or said about me. So she got me locked up again. No Poku talk. No, hey, you're putting me in because I'm trying to find a way to do something and deal with what's going on because no one will talk to me, Doc. Hey, look at these videos I'm getting. They're pretty weird. He takes a look at one of them. Yeah, there's something there, Carl. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But why would you worry about it? If you think there's something wrong with the world, why do you have to worry about it? Then the idiot concedes to tell me that he thinks that I'm like Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I'm on the spectrum. Now, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm anything like Bill Gates, and I used to be big on Elon Musk, and I do like the fact that he's given us freedom of speech, because I think that's going to help us. But I don't know about the chip in the brain, and I don't know about that little red outfit he wears. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to Poku. So, he locks me up again, based on my wife. So I'm like, okay, maybe the wife is the problem. Maybe you should listen. I show him a video where the wife lies about him. He still doesn't care. Just because she's lying about him doesn't mean that he's lying about me, which is true. But, I mean, I'm the patient. Shouldn't he be talking to me? She's not my wife. Maybe she's the crazy one. I don't know. Maybe. But he's not willing to find out. So now we've been locked up 3 times. 3 times. For no reason. For violence and suicide. Hey, bud. I think I'm here from God. I don't think I'm violent. There's never been any proof of any violence. Never been any proof of suicide. So, then, because my wife doesn't enjoy when I say enough's enough and I just don't want to argue, and I feel like Johnny Depp running from room to room, one day she decides she's going to clock me. A few times. So, I called the cops because I'd had enough being chased around. And maybe the cops can show you the video of the interview too, where I begged them to let my wife come back into the home, and because my kids would be like try and beat me up or something. It would have been a nightmare. So you let the wife back in, and then all the wife does is try and hurt me. Gets me put back into the hospital. Doctor won't talk to me. I was pretty cocky because I was like, there's no way he's going to lock me up. She's already assaulted me. I got her on videos. Fuck the way she talks to me. He's got to listen to me. Now, no. Like, this is the way this works. I don't get it. So when I get let out again, now the police are harassing me all the time because she's calling from downstairs saying when I'm in a shower, I'm making a whole bunch of noise. They're coming over here. I had to call them one time because she was starting to get pretty bad again. And they removed her from the house because she was supposed to be downstairs, but yet she was always with me. And I tried not to tell on her because I don't want anybody hurt, because I think that maybe she'll talk to me one day. But no talkings. You're crazy. So they take her away. She starts having some breathing problems, so they take her to the hospital. Guess what they do when she's done that at the hospital? Bring her back, put her into my home. She comes upstairs. I have a video, and because I don't have her on actual video, it's just audio. Like, you would think in order for the audio to pick it up, she would have to be in the same room. She came to harass me again. The cops came and didn't do a fucking thing. They have harassed me and belittled me. And I talked to him yesterday, and I said, you boys know I've never done nothing. And you're chief of police. Because before the 5th time I went in, I tried going to the chief of police. to explain the situation. I was like, I think you got one side of the story. Just hear me out and then you can make up your own mind. And he said, no, you're a liar, you're a loser, and you're no good for nothing. Because that house is not in your name. I said, but let's make a phone call. No, I don't need to listen to you. You're a lying piece of shit. Your words, Chief. Your words. Then what happens? I get picked up again. I don't even know why this time. But I was cocky. I was like, I went to the hospital, and before I went, I took one of these edibles that would knock a horse down. And I think this is where I may have screwed up. Because like I said, I was living in a fantasy world that was intertangling with the real world, and all I wanted to do was talk to somebody. So I couldn't believe that I was not being able to talk again, and yet being taken away. So because I was so high, I brought my other world into this world. And I said, you know what you're doing? To Yeshua or some freaking stupid thing. Because I actually thought I was in that world for a second. And then I noticed by the looks in their faces that I was playing the wrong game and the wrong role. You should grab that video, because I wink at the camera and let it know that, hey, I just screwed up and this is all for a show. It's for my movie. This guy locks me up again. Then I have to have a court case because he wants to take all my money and my ability to take care of myself. And I've never been violent. I've never been suicidal. I didn't have any of the issues that he said, because he didn't even take notes on it when we had our little thing with the whatever it was. And he sat there and told the judge that my wife had lied about him, because I made sure I mentioned it. And this guy has control of my mental health. He put me through hell. Not letting me be able to talk and justify what had happened. He let my bully put me away, and he let the biggest narcissist I know get away with whatever they want. But I can't do nothing. I can't protect myself. I can't even leave this house, because if I do, I might be arrested and put back into the Huskow. Does that sound fair? That's just one psychiatrist. The other ones I've never been locked away from, because 2 of them were for insurance purposes. One I wanted to show videos to. He wasn't interested in seeing. I was like, well, all I need is someone to talk to in order to bring everything together. Like, this is what I don't understand. Why won't anybody talk to me? Why won't you look at my videos? Yeah, he calls me bipolar, which I like, because that might be my superhero. Bipolar, my superpower, because I was living in 2 worlds. And I brought both worlds together, and I think I know the truth. But like I said, I'm wrong a lot of the time. Not a lot of the time, but I'm wrong. I'm willing to admit it. A lot. Like, I don't understand how my life can just be dangled and tangled and thrown wherever it wants because of lies. And I'm going to expose all the lies, because the lies are probably the biggest thing that's going to take this world down. Like, listen, let's see, or whatever it is. Hey, Jim Carrey. Listen, people. Anybody who's making that sign or this sign, or like Jay-Z and Lady Gaga and all these people, I'm not saying there's something wrong with them, but there just very might be. The evidence points that way if you want to look at it. It doesn't mean these people don't do good things. How many lives has Lady Gaga songs probably saved? Probably a lot of people look up to Lady Gaga, pulled them out of a bad spot. But if she's actually trying to do bad things, where do you think that ends her up? Like, I keep saying, I don't care. Like, we're all going to go different places, I guess. I guess I'm just trying to keep the ones I love with me, but sooner or later, I guess you got to cut the cord, eh? I'm just trying not to think about having a life forever and not having my family with me, but then again, if that family keeps trying to hurt you all the time, but I guess I hurt them because I think I need weed in order to get up off the couch and think and try and move around and come up with creative ideas to try and help save the world. But I'm the bad guy because I smoke weed and I love when I do it. I don't love doing the weed, but people want to stop me from loving. That's funny. You people are twisted. But yeah, hey, I got to worry about fucking being locked up again when somebody's an idiot and probably should be sued and never do psychology again. But hey, I'm just a nobody and he's got all the education and I don't get to determine anything in my life because there's more powerful people than me. Because you all make them more powerful. You make them gods. You make them think they're gods. Well, guess what, Poku? You might want to find Jesus. Because, honestly, dude, like, I gotta be honest. There's something up with this. Like I said, weird shit just always happens in my life. Because the last time I was watching like these chosen ones and they're talking about the devil and how they hired a doctor. So somebody's hired a doctor or a witch doctor or something for 150 grand. I think I saved it. I don't know. I can prove it. You can go back through my history. So this is the thing. Some of the things that you watch, you start believing. But I didn't believe. I knew that it probably wasn't true. But the funny thing is one of the patients was telling me that Poku was a devil worshiper and that he'd taken her to a cavern and all this other stuff. I know it's weird how it just kind of rode in with my story about how big of a shithead he was and how he had to be evil in order to do the things that he does because he's not very smart. So there's got to be something going on. I don't know, Poku. I don't know. I'm quite sure you have a family that loves you and there's good things about you too. I like to see you safe too, Poku, but this is all up to everybody else. And I'm not saying I can save anybody. I'm trying to take people to Jesus so they can find God. I do not want nobody following me. Not at all. I don't want to be this fucking dipshit. I don't want to be this guy chasing money. I don't want to be this guy telling people lies, taking their soul from them. For nothing. For nothing. These people believe in bullshit. Or maybe it's not bullshit. Maybe he does have the truth. But he doesn't show it. Is God talking to him? Is that where this is coming from? The voices? Or is he getting it from someone else? Or is he building this? Like, this is what I don't get. You people will sub to some piece of shit like this. And I talk some truth. And I say, hey, let's find out together. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the loser. And this guy's a winner. It's like Johnny Dagburn, a winner. No, you're like, I don't even know what to do with that guy, man. I don't even care. You go to hell. You do whatever you want. I'm like, dude, you are a psychopath. Like a psychopath. I know you don't come off on it like on camera, bud. Well, you do because you get a little angry sometimes. But your lies and your manipulating and your bullshit. I never started this with Up Church. He did. I only want answers. You better make up your mind what you're saying and what you're asking for, bud. Because I don't think you have a clue. I don't know. Maybe I'll come on again later. Who knows? Maybe I'll post that video still, my domestic dispute. Because I need 1,042 subs before I can have a join again. So maybe I'll start getting some. Maybe you guys will share. Maybe you'll help me out. So I don't have to sit on my couch and sit there and worry about the children all the time. Maybe I can actually find a solution. Because listen up. I've tried. I try, like, I say that I don't try too hard because I don't. And I don't know, maybe God's like putting a block on me because it's not ready yet. I don't know. But I've tried getting a hold of like Michael De La Rocha and hey, Dagburn. Didn't I try to get a hold of you for the whole weird upchurch shit? Yeah, because I'm willing to look like an idiot. But then again, he looks like the idiot if he says he's not a chosen one because he's telling everybody he is. So why should I feel like an idiot for asking questions? I should look like a dirtbag. I don't feel like a dirtbag. I feel like I'm doing things for God. And unfortunately, when you do things for God, you don't want to live on this earth anymore. I can't wait to go to the next place because I hate this clown world. This is disgusting. You people have no ability to open your mind and your hearts up. I shouldn't say all of you, but most of you, anybody who's seen my videos, not tried to help, you're part of the problem. Because you'll share some stupid video of someone getting hurt because it's funny. But when somebody tries to help people, they're the jerk off. Truly help people. Because like I said, I never monetize in my channel. I only want to get as far as I can with my hard work. That's it. Like, I can't even get no one to talk to me. I can't even get Third Eye to talk to me. He writes a War and Peace. But I don't care about who you are, who you were, anything like that. I'm more interested in who you can be. Maybe you're there. Maybe you're there with Jesus. You don't sound too confident. But maybe with a little work you could get there. But I don't know, bud. I don't know. I've been through this hell of lies and bullshit that you have all created because you allow it, because these guys like Bill Gates and George Soros. Like, if you guys don't know, George Soros is a dirty old bastard. You guys got problems. That's just my opinion. Sorry, I shouldn't say that he is, but I feel like he is. Oh, I gotta go.